and welcome to Fiscal News. My name is Theodora.
And I'm Milica. We have selected the most important fiscal news just for you.
Council of the European Union adopted a decision authorizing the Republic of Austria to completely exclude VAT for goods and services that are used for more than 90% for private purposes of a taxable person or taxable person's employees. In other words, for non-business purposes or non-economic activity. This decision will be valid until December 31st, 2024. Any request for extension of this measure has to be submitted to the European Commission by March 31st, 2024.
The Ministry of Finance of the Federation of Bosnia and Herzegovina has explained what its criteria and deadlines are in terms of replacing currently used fiscal systems. The generation criteria for the replacement of fiscal system is the year of initial fiscalization of the fiscal system is applied. Deadlines for replacement are as following. Replacement of fiscal systems that were initially fiscalized between 2010 and 2013 will be executed until and concluding with June 30, 2022. Replacement of fiscal systems that were initially fiscalized between 2014 and 2017 will be executed until and concluding with June 30, 2023. Replacement of fiscal systems that were initially fiscalized between 2018 and 2021 will be executed until and concluding with June 30, 2024. Deadlines for the replacement of fiscal module and motherboard can be performed only on fiscal devices that were initially fiscalized in the period from September 1st, 2019 until September 1st, 2021.
French tax authority has announced that from July 1st, 2024, it will be mandatory for all companies operating in France to comply with electronic invoicing, e-invoicing, and electronic reporting, e-reporting. The rollout plan for the e-invoicing requirements will not affect everyone at the same time. The rollout is linked to the size of the company and will be conducted as follows. July 1st, 2024 for large companies, January 1st, 2025 for small and medium-sized enterprises with a workforce of fewer than 5,000 people, and January 1st, 2026 for very small enterprises with fewer than 250 employees. E-invoicing will be accompanied by new rules on e-reporting, which will include additional information that will need to be sent to the authorities. Also, the French authorities have changed the rules of VAT on advanced and deferred payments. The draft budget bill for 2022 includes the change of rules of payability of VAT in cases of advanced payments. According to the new bill, advanced payments for the supply of goods will be taxable, a change that will likely take effect in July 2022.
It is confirmed. The Senate adopted amendments to the Act on Tax on Goods and Services. The new system will start operating in January 2022. It will be voluntary at the beginning, but starting January 1st, 2023, it will be obligatory. Let us remind you, the national system of e-invoices is intended to be ICT system for receiving and storing structured invoices. After entering the invoice data, it will assign a unique identification number to the document and verify the compliance of the data contained in such an invoice with the structured invoice template. The invoice is to be considered as issued and delivered on the day the system assigns an identification number to the document.
In accordance with the latest announcements from the Portuguese government and other relevant bodies, the obligation to use the ATCUD code on invoices and other fiscally relevant documents is optional in 2022. The obligation to mention the single document code on all invoices and other tax-relevant documents was postponed from January 1st, 2021 to January 1st, 2022, taking into consideration the efforts that taxpayers have to make in adapting the necessary means for processing those documents to these new rules, especially in the existing pandemic context.
Did you know how the dynamics of fiscalization look like according to new draft law of fiscalization in the Republic of Srpska? We unveil details in the following. Based on Article 22 of the draft law of fiscalization in the Republic of Srpska, the obligation is to harmonize with the proposed law within the deadlines that will be determined by the rulebook on the dynamics of fiscalization as the final deadlines for the transition to the new model of fiscalization. The proposed article stipulates that the obligation to record turnover through new fiscal devices will run from the moment of connection with the tax administration and no later than the expiration of deadlines from the rulebook on the dynamics of fiscalization. This solution was determined because it concerns a large number of taxpayers and different categories of taxpayers, so it is quite justified to determine the dynamics of fiscalization as it was determined during the introduction of the obligation of fiscalization in the Republic of Srpska according to the old law from 2007. Also, this article stipulates that all taxpayers who became taxpayers in the transitional period record turnover through the fiscal system, which will be available at the time of their obligation.
In Romania, new entrants to the list of large taxpayers will have to submit the first declaration 406 by January 31st, 2023. The order establishes that the new companies included in the list of large taxpayers published by ANAF at the end of last week will have the obligation to report the standard file of fiscal control starting with July 1st, 2022. They will also benefit from the grace period, so the first submission of Declaration 406 must be made by January 31st, 2023. The companies that have been maintained by ANAF on the new list will have the obligation to report according to the previously announced schedule, starting with January 1st, 2022. And they will also benefit from the grace period, which means that their first report will have to be submitted by July 31st, 2022.
And that will be all from us for today. Thank you for watching.
Make sure you keep following our channel for more important fiscal news and valuable information from all around the world. Until next time, goodbye.
Bye.